Hey, what's up, everybody? So, today we're going to have a conversation about my relationship with God. Now, as everyone knows, that I've come into my spiritual awakening, and it has very much made me realize exactly how connected I am to the Creator. And that's pretty damn cool, when you think about it, that you you can you can feel the image that you were created in. That is your soul. That is my belief, that your soul is the image that you were created in. When they say you were created in God's image, there it is. And our abilities to create the realities that are around us by our perceptions. We are creators of our realities. And I love that. And I tell people, like, yo, I talk to God all the time. Okay, like, that's my dude. But again, the way that I talk is very conversational. I talk to him like I'm talking to a friend, like I'm talking to anybody, you know. And some might be like, yo, that's kind of disrespectful, even like you speaking to God that way. But I don't really see how I speak if I'm coming from a place of love. I don't think it matters, you know what I mean? And it's odd for me, being that I've read so many different religious texts. That's one thing that a lot of people do not know about me. That I was studying to be a Mormon. Like, I was going to join the Church of Latter-day Saints and go to like the Mormon temple in Oakland, California. They were coming out weekly to sit down and have talks with me. My father was a Muslim, and so because of that, my father is a Muslim, and so because of that, I started learning about the Holy Quran. Okay, I've been baptized in a Baptist church, been baptized in a Methodist church. I consider myself a Taoist. Okay, I don't consider myself a Christian, but I say that I am a follower of Christ. There's a thing about that, and the reason I say that is because I genuinely believe in the deepest part of my soul that I have heard the actual words of Jesus, the actual teachings. And the reason I can say that is because I am very well accustomed to love, okay? To the feeling of love, especially as an empath as strong as I am. I understand love. And I heard these words, and I had felt a type of love that I'd never felt before. The only love that you can receive from the love of God. And I knew it. And from that point on, I was like, I am going to live by these words. I listen to the Tao Te Ching almost daily, which is the Taoist, one of the main Taoist, like, holy texts, from 2,400 years ago. And so many of Jesus's teachings align with that, which makes sense to me, and I have my own reasons for that. But what I've come to realize is that when I'm talking to God, like, I'm just like, hey, what's up? Or just, hey, do you understand what's going, like, do you see what's going on right now? Like, and people are like, of course he sees. He's always watching. No. That is definitely not what I believe, because the Creator creates, goes out and makes things. That's what he does. He's not just here watching. He doesn't have to watch. The reason he doesn't have to watch is because he exists in all of us. So if he exists in all of us, why would he need to watch? He already knows what's going on. Because he's here, everywhere, omnipresent. Okay? Like, all-knowing and everywhere at the same time. He doesn't need to watch. Doesn't need to watch. And this is the part that tends to, I don't know, rub religious people the wrong way. Because it sounds like blasphemy. I'm like, nah, he ain't watching, man. He doesn't need to. He's out still building. Like, the universe is still expanding. He's still building, y'all. Come on. So, and then because of that, I have to tell people, I'm like, dude, he's not going to judge you. He's not. Everything God did, everything he made. In the Old Testament, in the book of Genesis, everything. When he finished his days, he was like, and it was good. He looked at all of his creations as good. He looks at all creations that he has created as good with unconditional love. That same unconditional love passed on to his son, So says the story, all right? And it's like, how could someone with unconditional love, who doesn't judge, because I want you to think of this, judgment is the opposite of forgiveness. And he's all about forgiveness. Why would somebody that's all about those and thinks that all of his creations are good, why would he ever condemn something to hell? He wouldn't. And this is where I rub people the wrong way. Hell is a state of mind. It's not a place that you go when your vessel decides to go into the dirt. No. I can tell you the reason that I know I can feel the love of God is because I know I've lived on this earth many, many times. I've heard those words. I felt those words. And because I can feel that presence, I started speaking. And once I started speaking, more and more stuff started coming out. And I realized, like, when I talk to God, when I pray and everything, I don't really ask for things. Because I think to really ask for anything other than permission, to take control of one of his creations, or help in understanding. Not make me understand. No, just help me out here. I'm not seeing the whole picture. And when I ask for help, I get help. When I ask for help, I get help. Now, sometimes that help will come in the form of my perseverance. Sometimes you just got to keep going. But see, I'm given the strength. I have the strength. And that's the reason why I don't ask for things, because I don't ask for things to be given to me or for more strength or more patience or more any of this, okay? Because in doing so, then I am saying that I don't have enough faith in myself. That I don't have what I require to make it through. And that's simply not true. That is simply not true. Because I have that much of a connection with God. That's not true. I'm good. And I'm not going to be like, hey, well, bring this into my life, change this, take this out, remove this pain and eat. No, I'm not going to do that. No. Because that's not me having faith in God's plan. I'm not asking. Nope. We'll figure it out. I talk to my wife all the time and I tell her, like, you'll be going down and you're going to be tested. And once you're tested, they'll be like, okay, either you pass the test and, you get to continue moving forward, or you fail it and, well, you got to stay here, man. Got to do it over. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to have a whole bunch of do-overs, not anymore. I'm trying to get it right. And so my relationship that I have now is an everyday thing where I literally feel divinity in me and radiating from me every single day. And I try to build on that. I try to build on that feeling. And in doing so, the strangest thing happened. It made me want to go back to church, but only to speak, not to go and listen, because I have not been happy with the messages that I've heard coming out of churches in a long time. And so when I started listening to the things that I've been listening to, and I felt them as powerfully, like emotionally powerful words, they felt right. They made so much sense that it was like, that has to be it. Like, it makes too much sense for it to not be the case. And when you've had questions your whole life and you've looked at multiple different religions and you had questions still, and then you listen to something and you start getting answers, and you start getting answers that are so poignant and so meaningful that your heart opens up and just pours out love. Just love everywhere. Just love here, love everywhere. Okay. And it makes you want to be that. And it makes you want to just emanate light all the time. That is divinity. And even in the off chance that it isn't divinity, that love, that feeling, that is sacred. That is sacred energy. And so if something can make you feel that, how could that not be the words of God? If the words that you hear make you feel divinity, sacred, they make you want to pump out unconditional love, to grow, to be able to have unconditional love, how could that not be the words of God? Be kind to yourselves.